are on the hunt for a hobby. You're wrong. You know what's so funny about getting a shot like that is like I have to get in the car, set the camera up, hit record, get back out of the car, close the door, and then get back in. It just, it's so silly. All right, we're starting this video off a little different. We are on the hunt for a hobby because I have come to realize that I don't have hobbies. I read books. I like watching shows and movies, but it's always shows and movies that I've already seen a million times because I don't like watching new ones because if I don't like it, then I'm just... And like, yeah, I play games. I play video games. You've seen me play The Sims before. I have plants that I take care of. Besides that, I don't really have something that I do and enjoy doing that I haven't in some way attempted to monetize, basically. Every time that I try to start a new hobby, I end up just thinking, how can I make money off of this? Or like, how can I actually turn this into something profitable? I feel like it's kind of important to have hobbies that you're not like constantly trying to just turn into like a reason to do it. You know what I mean? You know? I don't know. Listen, here's the thing. Fall is coming. We're about to get into the season where it is actually encouraged to stay at home, get cozy, sit on a couch, curl up, and do something that's very like cozy. I already do art, but art has been like my full-time thing and it's my job. It's like I have to do it. I have to create art. I have to make art. I kind of really want to have something that's very hands-on. That's what we're on the hunt for today. I gotta plug in my cord so I can listen to music because you know I'm gonna be listening to that fall playlist I've created.
I never thought that I would be the one who turned you down and you disagree. We've been on and off, you were never mine to keep. Times that I have cried when you left me without even saying goodbye.
We're back with nothing, but that's okay because I kind of expected that. But honestly, it was just fun to go. And also they had all their fall stuff, which you will have seen was absolutely fabulous, and I wanted to buy it all. There were a few aisles that I had to like very quickly walk down and hold my breath. If you don't know this, basically I don't like the more Halloween stuff. Usually if like a store, if it has like fall decorations, I'll go look at that stuff. But if it starts to get into like more Halloween looking type things, I either don't go down that aisle or I have to hold my breath because there's something about it where I feel like if I inhale, then I'll contaminate myself. I don't know, it's very weird. The plastic decoration. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Anyway, so as we had talked about, you're on the hunt for hobbies. I kind of want something that it's like there is absolutely zero pressure and I'm just doing it for fun, for me, just to enjoy myself. Just something. I just want something, you know? I want something that I can enjoy doing without the pressure of I have to do it. I do have stuff for like embroidery or needlework, whatever you want to call it. Here. This was my first attempt. Obviously, I never finished it. So I actually did this like a few years ago at this point. All I know is that it's been a really long time since I started this. You know what? That's actually really not bad. Then I also thought that I would paint like a section, and then I was also gonna paint the background, so like all of this like messiness here was gonna be covered up. And then I was going to do embroidery or needlework, whatever, as like doing the outline for stuff. So that, like, I haven't even started the actual needlework. All I did was just add the colors. All of these, oops. And this, I literally had so much fun just like getting it wrapped around these like little plastic things. So it was, that was fun to me. I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. Like, I feel like I would actually really enjoy a job that was like, well, I don't know. And then also, I got like a kit as a birthday present from a bunch of like coworkers a few years ago. And that was just so nice. But the new thing that I wanted to start this year, punch needling. It just looked really fun and it looked so satisfying. I just kind of went to Michael's just wanting to see if they even had yarn that would be something I could work with. But when I was looking into punch needling, the yarn that you need for it, or that's best for at least this punch needle, the size that you need is apparently a lot harder to find just like in stores, and especially like craft stores and stuff. I did go ahead yesterday and order some yarn that's supposed to come today. You need yarn that's like either size 2 or 3, and it'll either be called Sport or Baby. I got some yarn that I think it's called like Yarn Art, and then it's jeans. Listen, I don't know. If you're here because you think that I'm gonna teach you how to punch needle, you might want to go somewhere else, but not until after you've watched this video. I am still doing art, obviously. I know that I put out my fall artwork, but I still have fall related things that I want to create, and it's only August, so I still have time. Wednesday season 2 has officially come out. At least the first part has come out. The day before it came out, got started on a rough sketch. I'll put it right here. So I went ahead and I did the rough sketch. I wanted to get something so that by the day that it came out on Netflix, I could post something, even if it wasn't the final piece. And so I did end up posting like my rough sketch / color planning version. I do want to get this one finished, and then I actually kind of want to do a Morticia one because I think she's absolutely amazing, and honestly, I want to be Morticia when I grow up. So, many of y'all have watched the first part of Wednesday. What did you think? What did you think? It's definitely a lot gorier than I was expecting. Or it's a lot gorier than last season. Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting bigger rolls because it looked a lot bigger in the picture. I'm so unfamiliar with yarn that I don't know what's a lot and what's not much. I don't know. So when I'm seeing these numbers of like 50 grams, I'm like, it's a very loud airplane. Oh wow, I love how there's some grass. Yarn art. And I don't know, the type is jeans, a size 2. Fine, sport, baby, size 2, maybe it'll be size 3. Kind of just depends on the brand that you're buying, I think. So these are the colors. So this one is color 85. This one's color 91. This is color 1. I need to finish filming the video that's gonna be up before this video, but I might kind of change up the schedule of my long form videos. I'm kind of considering doing like 1 video every other week. So basically like 2 videos a month. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm doing that thing where I start dressing kind of like for fall, even though if I were to walk outside right now wearing this, I would drop dead instantly. Here we are, very random place to be filming this, but I wanted a change of scenery, okay? One of the things that I wanted to do this fall, I wanted to finish all the books that I had started. So I actually went through and I collected all of them. There's a book I was gonna show you that I just finished, and I knew I wanted to finish that book before I started on this stack, which I'm gonna need you to wish me some luck, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm a slow reader. I do this weird thing where it's like literally every single word and line, I have to like be able to actually visibly picture it in my mind. And if I can't, then I'll look at it, I'll read that line like 10 times trying to visualize it before moving on to the next line. I knew I wanted to go ahead and finish this before I started trying to knock out that other stack of books. The fantasy and creativity of the magical stuff in this was really unique and really fun and so different. The Spell Shop, Sarah Beth Durst. Jacob got this and another book for me for my birthday last year. That was very sweet. So this was a gift from Jacob. All right, I'll go through these really quickly. These are not all the books that I have started and not finished, but these are the books that I actually like started and got far enough in that it's like I'm probably not gonna start them over because I remember enough. First one, Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman, which this is the prequel to Practical Magic. I used a fake leaf fall decoration as my bookmark. I started reading this one in fall of 2023. This one I started fall of 2024. The Bookshop on the Corner by Jenny Colgan. When I captured Rune from the woods and brought her into our house and I had her in our bathroom and I was helping her get acclimated and stuff, I wanted her to start getting comfortable with my voice, so I would just take this book in there and read it out loud. And I have a picture of her sitting up on the sink, like pressed up against the faucet looking at me while I'm reading this, and it's just really cute. And it was like that night that she started like slamming her face into mine and rubbing all over me, and so that's when I knew, like, all right, I made the right decision. This is another one that I started in the fall of 2023. This is An Inquiry into Love and Death, and it is a ghost, paranormal, but I think also kind of like a murder mystery. And look how close I am to the end. I am in the process of the big climax action scene at the end that like reveals all of the stuff, and it's like really intense. That's how far I got, and I didn't even finish. And the bookmark is an actual bookmark that I made years ago. I think in 2020, I painted this with watercolor. And then the last book, I also started reading this in 2023. But it's a big one. But look how far I got, and I didn't finish. My goodness. And I'm kind of, this is the one that I'm really nervous to get back into, because it's like, oh, how much have I forgotten? And so when I read it, I'm gonna be like, what is happening here? I am so confused. This is supposed to be a prequel to Dracula. And Dacre Stoker is his great grandnephew of Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula. So, and it was very good. This was like, didn't want to stop reading it, but I did. And this is another bookmark that I made in 2020. And it's supposed to be The Harvest Moon. Now, speaking of books and bookmarks, I kind of actually really want to take the bookmarks that I had just designed on my last video. I want to figure out the measurements so that I can get them printed. Oh, hi, sir. So that I can get them printed and cut out. But I have to figure out the measurements so that I know exactly where to cut them so that they are 2 inches each. Do some math. Listen, y'all, if you thought that you could just like leave school, become an artist or something, you know, in the creative field and never have to use math again, newsflash, you're wrong. You're gonna wanna pay attention in class because you're gonna need that math in areas you never would have even thought. So stay in school, kids. So you need to make sure that when you flip it, the prints are aligned, which as you can see, these have printed lower than these. But you also have to make sure that when you flip it, if you want, you don't have to, but you have to make sure that when you flip it, it's gonna be the same image and not mirrored. Like the illustration, you don't want it to be flipped either upside down. So like for this one, it would be like if I were using this bookmark and this were the front of my bookmark and then I flipped it, then it would be upside down. You see what I mean? But then you also have to make sure it's not flipped like a mirrored image, unless you want it to be. But this, since this bookmark has words on it, I have to make sure that it's not mirrored because then the words will be backwards. So what I did is this would, not that it actually matters once they're done, but I'm calling this, gross, the front. And so when this came out of the printer, it came out like this. So when I put it back into the printer flipped, I flipped it this way. So I knew that I needed to make sure and keep the shelves on this side of the page, which you can, it's easier to tell if you look at it this way, like back and forth. Because sometimes when you just flip the page and look at it, you're like, no, that looks right. But if you look at it like from this angle, it's like, oh, there's all that white space on this side, whereas this side has the shelves. But the next thing that I have to figure out, okay, so if it came out like this, I flipped it like this, and in Photoshop it's like this. Okay, so this is what I'm calling the back. So I had to figure out, do I need to flip these vertically, horizontally, or both? Okay, that makes sense, you guys. See, this is why I have to write it out because I get really confused when I flip the page and try to figure out what happened. Okay, this one was flipped vertically and that's it. This one was flipped vertically. Oh, let me make that the same. And horizontally. And then this one was only flipped horizontally. So the one that is correct, and that if I flip the bookmark back and forth, it is the same exact image. It's not mirrored. The words are correct. It's all, you know, nothing's flipped. It's the middle one. So like the skull is facing this way, skull facing this way. All of the words are correct. Whereas like this one, the words are backwards where I just flipped it vertically. And then this one is upside down. Does that make sense? So if I only flip it horizontally, it comes out upside down. So the bookmark would have to go like this to be correct. If I flip it just vertically, then the words are backwards. I have to flip it both horizontally and vertically. Now, here's where it went wrong. If it came out like that, and I just flipped it like that, all of this had to be pushed this way. Honestly, I'll tell you right now, the best thing you can do is literally just test this out and try the different flipping things, because it's one of those things that you can watch a video and somebody can explain it to you and you think it makes sense, but then when you go and actually do it, you're just kind of like, whoa, wait, what? Having to flip the page and also needing to flip the design, but you need to figure out like in what way you need to flip things. It's kind of hard for me to understand until I just do it and test it out. So yeah, I'm taking it like that, flipping it this way. My first good printing experience. I'll cherish this moment forever. I should write this down. We're on the floor, cause we are. Okay, listen. I couldn't figure out how to get this open, and now I can't figure out how to get it closed. Okay, I have 2 laminators. Why? I don't know. The laminate that I have is Scotch brand. I had the issue of, because it goes in and comes out at an angle like that, it was, if you didn't put it in perfectly, it like basically started to crush itself, so it was coming out crushed. So I think I'm gonna use this Amazon Basics one, but I need to look up what the heck, like why it matters, the 5mm, they're the 3mm, if that's millimeter. For laminating, 3mm film is thinner and more flexible, suitable for items that need to be folded or aren't handled frequently, like menus or posters. Aren't menus handled like all day, every day? But you would think then that this would tell me, or does the heat do it? Y'all, listen, I never once tried to claim that I was some crafty person that understood these things. I'm learning. I am in the process of learning. So if you feel like you're getting into this whole art thing or whatever you're doing, if you're getting into anything new and you feel like you're supposed to know all this stuff, you're not. You're supposed to learn it. Life is about learning, and it's okay if you don't know these things. I don't get this. I don't get... Can you see what I'm doing? I mean, I'm sure you know how to laminate things, but... Oh, I should have plugged this in so it could be heating up. Dang it! And now for the next few minutes, I will be attempting to put the laminate into the wrong side of the laminating machine. Please enjoy. Oh my gosh, wait, what? Wait. There we go. What? 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 Something was happening. Hang on. Why is it not going? I feel like it's just gonna burn. I'm so confused. Oh, am I supposed to press the release? No, that wouldn't make sense. Isn't it just supposed to like start going? Just go? Like, okay. Y'all, what? I don't think you're supposed to press release. Isn't it just supposed to start rolling in? Okay, go. But I am so extremely confused why it's not catching and just like rolling. Oh my gosh. You guys. I was putting it in on the back. I was trying to put it in through the back. Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to put it in here. Okay, I have to wait for it to heat up again. Oh wow. Okay. we're gonna end this video here. I really wanted to show some punch needling in this video, but that's not gonna happen because apparently I have the wrong material for it. The goal is by the next video, I'll have the proper materials. Hopefully by the next video, we'll be able to actually start punch needling properly. Because I'm really excited and I really want it to work because it looks so fun. I have to let that poor boy in because he sounds so pitiful. It's like that scene in Signs when the hand comes out from under the pantry. I'll see you in the next video. Love ya! I'm about to go decorate for fall. So, fall is here, people. Make sure you subscribe. Love ya!